Hello everyone. I went through this article in Korea Times just yesterday, and it says that 9 out of 10 people who have been surveyed are not prepared or not ready for retirement life. And very interestingly, I met one of my friends yesterday for lunch, and it kind of surprised me that he's in his mid 40s and he hasn't thought about retirement. I was just discussing this article with him just as a pass by talk, and I was surprised to hear his experience. Just to give you a bit of a context, he was saying that he only has about $100,000 in investment and about $100,000 in savings, and now we are talking about someone who is living in a first world country, and he will be retired in 15, 17 years. And When I asked him that, are you sure this is enough? And can you build up that corpus of wealth without investing and without saving? He had no clue. And I just did a back of the envelope calculation for him in the restaurant. I said, imagine if you're not investing, right? You're just keeping cash in a savings account. Just back of envelope calculation shows you that you need approximately $5,000 to $6,000 living where you live currently to sustain your lifestyle even after you are 60, 65. And imagine if you live for 20 years, you end up having 60 to $70,000 annual expenses, and this includes, of course, he doesn't own a house, and he's still paying rent or paying mortgage or whatever, and then he have to have health insurance and food and things like that, and maybe sometimes travel. So I asked him that, have you done this calculation that if you need $60,000 to $70,000 per month, per year, you at least need a corpus of close to 1 to 1.5 million? And he was shocked. And that got me thinking that this article, I see these kind of articles regularly come out, but why aren't people thinking about retirement, or why aren't people thinking about investing for retirement? And that has always been my sole purpose, that I want to sustain my lifestyle of what I'm living now, even after I've died many years down the road. But and I got to a point where first of all, I did a self-reflection. I also talked to him, and I think the basic premise is nobody teaches us this thing. Once we are out of university, once we are out of maybe graduate school, and he's an MBA, by the way, right? And so I was very surprised. And again, it goes back to the fact that nobody teaches us these things. Nobody is talking about it in day-to-day life. When you are in your 20s and when you're in your 30s, nobody talks about it. None of my friends talk about it. And suddenly you are in your mid 40s, and you have a discussion with someone randomly, and then you are shocked because you're like, my God, I never thought about this. And why is it so? I mean, again, I think it's mainly goes back to the fact that your peers or your friend circle doesn't talk about it, and the second thing is nobody teaches you these things, and nobody tells you also, which I found is more or less a human psychology, that you are no longer in your 20s, you are no longer in your 30s. Nobody tells you this, and your mind doesn't comprehend that you are growing old, and old age comes with different issues, good, bad, whatever, but it comes with different issues. So I think it boils down to these three things, and that's why people don't think about investing for retirement and saving for retirement, because again, goes back to those three same factors. Nobody in your group circle talks about it. Nobody teaches you. Once you're out of graduate school, many people just got busy with their work. And the third point is nobody tells you that you're going old. You're no longer in your 20s, so your thinking has to change. But I just thought about talking to myself about this without any financial advice or anything. But because I found it very surprising that I was reading this news article and suddenly had the same discussion with a friend, and I got shocked when he told me his story. So anyway, this was it for today, and maybe I'll have another brain rambling in the next few days. Thank you.